Are we going to survive that night? Are we going to make it out of here alive? You missed a skill check 3 times. Trapper's making a beeline for me. Oh, oh, oh. Can't wiggle out hard enough. For Jenny's left, this is rough. Oh, 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 ooh. Why you gotta do me like that? You stabbed me in the back. Oh no. Why you gotta do me like that? Gotta be ready to react. Don't you know I'll be dead by daylight? Dead by daylight. We need to work as a team. To overcome the killer schemes. I'm on a hook and this is bad. Come and save me, please come right. Oh, oh, oh. I'm not flailing my arms. It's safe, don't be alarmed. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, damn. Why you gotta do me like that? You unhooked me to a trap. Oh no. Why you gotta do me like that? Have to disarm that trap. Don't you know I'll be dead by daylight? Dead by daylight. I'm struggling on this hook. Make the most of it. Don't you look twice at me. When Jenny left, you're almost done. Kill this gun for you. You've gotta run, please. Come save me. Yeah, you've gotta do it like that. Disarm the trap, and now you know. Yeah, you've gotta do it like that. Not unhook me to a trap. Now you know. Yeah, you've gotta do it like that. Disarm the trap, and now you know. Yeah, you've gotta do it like that. Not unhook me to a trap. Now you know I'm not dead by daylight. I'm not dead by daylight. We'll make it out of here tonight. I'm not dead by daylight. Six minutes until my Twitch stream. I gotta go. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, hi! Welcome to another episode of Daily Fun Times of the Week with Dead by Daylight. I did not practice this bit. Alright, welcome again, one and all. Thank you for joining us once again for this. I'll stop talking.
Oh yeah, okay. So today we have something special. Since it's the holiday, it's the seasons. Yeah, you know, nice tree. We have a little game. We have a little game to play. So
also because we are really trying to clean up our game.
Yes. So the little game is that we're going to be extremely polite and courteous today.
True.
And when we're not, we're going to tally some points. So Bjorn is going to be the judge of what we're going to say. There you go. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. So there you go. We can start.
All right then. Thank you, Dave.
No problem.
So, hellos and introductions. I'm Mathieu. I'm the producer on this beautiful project of ours.
And I'm Dave. Nice to meet you. I'm the creative director on the project.
That's the hellos. Let's introduce our mods. Do you have a list of mods we have?
I do. So we have Bucket today.
Hi, Bucket.
We have Sassy.
Hey, Sassy.
And Suggestive.
Hello, Dick Fort. Is that it?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's nice to see you all. Thank you for being there.
And as usual, hi, Bjorn. Thank you very much for joining us and making this possible. Selinkus, I will not acknowledge your presence because of...
Yeah, I think that was worth a
All right, I'm on the board. Okay then. News and announcements. I think most of you have noticed by now we have kicked off a new free weekend. So right now anybody can come and play Dead by Daylight for free until the end of the weekend. And that means a lot of people will be joining us. So please be nice, polite, and courteous to our new friends out there. Noobs are going to jump into the game. They're not going to be sure exactly what to do. They're going to be salty. They're going to be scared. Take care of them, murder them, put them on hooks, and play the game and have fun.
I feel you're a bit condescending about the new player. No,
No,
okay.
they're new.
Bjorn
They
says
need
no.
help.
Bjorn says no. It's fine.
Yep.
Okay.
We shouldn't get involved in the judging, I think. Just let it happen.
Okay.
So there. Other than that, it also means that most of the game itself, and I think most of the DLCs and things are 30% off. So anybody who hasn't grabbed the DLCs or something can grab it. I think other than a Flesh and Mud, the latest one is full price because it just came out.
Yeah,
yes.
well, yeah.
Other than that, the other ones are 30% off. So if you're still missing some cool outfits or something, go for it. There. That's
Okay.
all I had in my news and announcements. What else?
No, I have another one. I have another news.
Okay,
that
go.
you haven't talked
Please.
about? Yeah.
No.
So there's going to be another event quite soon.
This is
I
exciting.
think it's an event where we give to others, you know, that we want to help.
Why?
Because it's the season.
Okay.
And so what can we give to you? Well, we can give you a weekend where you have double blood points. Why not? So there's going to be another blood hunt during the Christmas weekend.
Yep.
And a bit like, it's going to be 4 days actually.
Like 24, 25, 26 of December, something like that.
Yeah, and 27 I think too. So it's anyway, it's a big. I think it's a 4-day event.
The Bloodstained Sack is not 30% off. I might be wrong on that one, but it should be. If not, it should.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll talk to Olivier or and Paul about that, and we'll see.
All right.
Okay. So there.
Okay.
Double blood point is coming to everyone. Yay. All right. Game changes. There's been a few patches since we talked last time, and they came with loads of new changes. Mostly fixes or changes. Some people don't agree that they are improvements. That's absolutely fine.
Mm-hmm.
The first one would be infinite loads. So, some people were experiencing infinite loads or never-ending loads, or loads that you close your application before you're done because that's enough. We put in a few changes in there that should alleviate that. And there's also, I believe, a fail-safe in it, which makes it so that if you load or if you're waiting for a certain time, it'll elegantly bring you back to the lobby instead of letting you hang there forever. We are also absolutely aware that the swamp map, the Pale Rose, is taking longer to load than the other maps.
It's a big one.
We'll be working on that, but it's because it is the biggest map. As you may have noticed, and it's filled with goodies. So that's why. So sometimes I know for myself I've experienced it where the load time were a little long and might feel like it's taking forever, but sometimes you just have to be patient. Oh, so Olivier just replied to me saying that 30% is only on the full game and not the DLCs. I was wrong. Sorry about that. I apologize. Next. So that was for the infinite loads. It should be much better. You shouldn't have infinite loads. Sometimes it's going to take longer. I'm very warm. I'll take this off.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you do get infinite load, make sure that it is infinite. Go take a coffee and come back. And if it's still loading, it might be an infinite. There might be cases that we didn't get. That's totally a possibility. So please send us the information through the bug report channels, and we'll get it, and we'll get to fixing whatever might be causing it.
There you
go. Next on the list we have stuns. So yeah, that was an important one. Was the hag designed to have a very tiny stun? No, it was not.
It was a bug.
It was a bug. Yeah, actually, how the animations are cut for most of the actions that we have an in, a loop, and an out animation, and the hag for some reason didn't have the loop part, so and that's what we scale.
Yeah.
So this wasn't scaled, so it was just the how, so it was always very quick. So this has been fixed. We also found that for other stuns for other killers there were different values, so we also adjusted that so that it's fair for every killer. It's the same everywhere. So that's fixed.
On the stun side.
Yep.
Machine gun build.
Yeah, so everybody know about that.
Everybody knows.
Everybody
Even
knows.
Suggestive and Nut Queen and Shin Dog. They all
of
know.
them. They know about the machine gun, so these two perks you equip and it becomes quite extreme of speed to attack. So we are looking into that build and to change it and to still keep it interesting. So what Stefan wants to do with these perks is that one will go towards more of new players, so or type of player, and the other would go more towards veterans. So one would be for missed attack, so if you miss, your cooldown is faster, and the other would be for actual hits, but would come with a cooldown. So that's what is gonna change. That's coming.
Just a quick note also on the stuns. When we tried to fix it internally the first time, it might be confusing. What happened is we didn't fix it for the hag. What happened is we made it a little longer for the other killers, which was very dumb. So that was not a fix at all. But now that should be all, because some people notice, I'm like, oh, I'm main trapper and the stuns seem longer. I'm like, yes, it was a little longer. Now it's back to normal. The save thing, before you spam the chat too much, we're going to talk about it a little later on, because right now we're talking about the things that I've changed in the game already. The save thing has not made it to the live branch yet, but we will talk about it. We will address this issue. Don't worry about it.
Well, actually, this has not made it into the game, so...
the machine gun build.
No, that's gone.
No, you're right. We
That's
mislabeled it.
That's fine.
Okay. DS fix.
Okay, so that's not in the build either, but it's coming. So decisive strike. Will there be changes? Yes, there will. We're looking into it now. The first thing is that there's a bug in game right now where if you attempt to use decisive strike and you miss, then it will reappear again. But that's not true. There's not another decisive strike, so it won't work ever. This one. It's just a visual bug. So the fact that the skill check appears, that's the bug, and that's never going to work. Now we also want to make some change to that perk. So what we're looking into right now, just in theory, because we want to try it, is that you would be able to use decisive strike if you have an item. So that would change quite a lot how this plays out, and we think it's quite interesting and a good way to balance this perk.
One thing, though, is that if you do a decisive strike on the hag right now, she will get stunned. So
Yeah.
that's going to happen.
Because
right now,
out.
you did a decisive strike, and then you'd actually... The nurse would be back in line and in action before
The
you.
hag. Yeah, absolutely.
The nurse,
So,
I said?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
fine.
Mistake.
We always mix them up.
So there. What about enduring? I heard it did not affect decisive strike.
Oh, that I don't know. I don't know what
It
that
should.
means.
Anytime you're stunned, enduring should have an impact on that.
What?
Huh?
Being injured or?
Enduring.
Oh, enduring. Oh well, I should check. I don't know about that either. No.
But yeah, you're correct. It should.
Yeah.
Enlightening. You are correct. Small game versus the hag.
Yeah, someone asked me earlier on Twitter, could you make small game work against the Hag's trap? And totally does. It's already doing that. So yes, you can already play with it. The only change is the radius or the angle at which you can actually spot these traps. But yeah, it is working. So it is a fun perk now. It's actually critical. Well, it's not critical. You can play against the hag without it, but it helps you spot or trap much easier. And if you get against the trapper, you can use it as well.
The Canadian Game Award Trapper Mask that we promised is coming. As we said, it's still up on a technical glitch with Steam, so we're waiting on the details on that.
Yeah, of what I seen on social media is that
some people have
it. So when we broadcast the reward to everybody, some people got it, and then something happened technically, and others it stopped. So we want to make sure that everybody that has the game right now will get it, and that's going to happen. But we need support from Valve, from Steam, what I understand. Next point on our list is lunges.
Lunges.
So we did talk about this a lot of time. We did promise that
also not in the game right now.
No, but that's coming. That we wouldn't make change to the lunge and to the auto aim that killer have. So we want to make that critical move to the killer gameplay skillful rather than very easy at the moment. So we've done the changes, we've played with it, but we also want to make sure that with a controller, it's still possible and fun to play the killer, obviously. So we need to make sure that we have the options for the controller, for sensitivity, and that it gets closer to keyboard and mouse.
No, that's good.
Okay,
that's enough. Okay. Hex perks are useless. Totems are too easy to break. Well, that's a valid opinion. The idea was to create powers that are stronger than regular perks, but that can be destroyed. So I think that we've achieved that. Some people think that they're not worth it, then you don't really have to use it if you don't. Some people do believe that they are worth it, and they use it, so really.
Again, it might be
good. You're free to do what you want.
Yeah. Again, it might be a ranking issue. So the high tier gameplay might be, too rapid into destroying the totems.
At least they're not triggering gens
during that time. Yeah, that's for sure. Now we've started to modify the totems a little bit. It's going to be one step at a time. So right now, you lose your progress if you stop cleansing the totem. So you have to do them in one go. That's one thing. The killer will see only the totem that have an X on them, not all of them. So at least you can protect them more easily, or you can actually know which one are important. But we're also thinking of adding more things to the totem as we go to make them more secure and that they last a little bit longer than this for these specific games. So for example, right now, Survivor can spawn right next to a totem that has an X on it. That's not ideal. This is usually the case where the killer is going to lose a perk really, really early in the game, which is not fun. So this kind of thing will be addressed.
Are you going to bring back the Billy flick?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So the hillbilly flick.
No, go on, please.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
So we discussed it internally here because this thing was fixed because it was a bug, and then we got this uproar from the community. It was like, no, don't fix that. It's really, really fun. Don't fix something that nobody is complaining about. But a bug is a bug. So for us, it was in the database. It got fixed. Now we know that you found this quite pleasant using the hillbilly and play with it. So maybe that bug is going to become a feature. But not as this form, which is a bug. We had to fix it. Now, maybe later, we can bring it back as a proper feature to the game.
Okay. No one likes Haddonfield. When will you change it?
That's a good opinion. You have an opinion. That was close. I almost got buzzed. It's not fair. You have the questions. No, Haddonfield is. We got a lot of great positive from Haddonfield. People loves it, and other maps people love or hate. It's part of the procedural aspect. So I mean, no, we're not going to change it.
There's a lot of people screaming, "I love Haddonfield! I love Haddonfield!"
Yeah.
There's. I mean, it happens very often that people make these broad claims, especially about public opinion. saying you hate Haddonfield, every single game you have on it is painful, is absolutely fair.
Yeah.
Saying that people share your opinion is also absolutely fair. Whenever you say most people or the community has spoken or nobody, it's a very, very tricky thing to do because 100 people right now who scream on the Steam forums, on Reddit, and on Twitter, anywhere else, will make a lot of noise, will take a lot of space, and then people sort of, it snowballs into something bigger. But that's 100 people out of the, let's say, an average of 300,000 unique people playing the game every month. So that's a small proportion. Therefore, these statements tend to be a little overblown, I'd say.
Yeah, we can't change something based on that.
But still, there is passion for Haddonfield. I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a map that people don't care about. Where are we in this? Stats is what I have on my list.
No,
here.
no, not yet. There's one last thing here.
Oh, swamp graphic issues.
Which is also something not necessarily coming, but that we need help with.
Yeah.
So, swamp might crash your game. Some people say, and I believe you. So I got a lot of reports from AMD users. They're like, we have a AMD. It seems like your game is not performing well on AMD specifically, and the swamp will crash every time. So I went and asked our graphic engineer about it, about specifically AMD, and if we were looking into the issue, and we are at the moment. And so you should know that half of our QA team is running low-end AMD. So we're not able to reproduce this 100% crash or crash at all. Now, we do have stats when you crash or when you use the game in general. But my graphic engineer tell me that if you crash, we will not get the data out of which graphics card you're using or what your setup is. We don't get that. So in the crash window, if you can specify, I was in that map, I am using an AMD setup, pretty sure it's because of this, then we can track it and we can analyze. It's super useful for us to fix the problem.
Will we ever get more voice lines? Well, for new characters, yes, obviously. For the existing ones, we might redo some of them. I don't know. I don't know. We'd probably get a lot of screaming back, I assume, if we were to do something like that.
I don't think it would be necessary. If there's a new action that requires a new VO, then yes. Will there be more lines, as in will the character speak? No.
New swamp map is unplayable for Nurse. I know we had issues at the beginning when we launched it. Did that patch go in? Sometimes it's confusing.
I am not sure because
we fixed a lot of it. I know that the boat itself is still almost impossible to blink through, which is fine because it's a very complex piece of real estate, I guess. But the rest of the map should absolutely be playable.
So I would suggest to, if there's not already one, if there's a thread on Steam or if you want to create one on Steam, and try to be as specific as you can so that we can focus on the problematic bit. If it's the boat, for example, then we'll try to look at that. The more information you give us, the fastest is going to be fixed.
So someone keeps saying, do you know there's a super easy way that you could stop 90% or even 100% of all the bots in the game? And I'm like, no, because if there was, we would have done it. So if you do have a way that would actually work, please put it on Reddit, on the Steam forums, reach out to us. This is obviously not the right forum to discuss that because there's no way we could get a hold of your idea, and I assume it needs more than a line to be explained properly because these things are not simple.
But yeah, it would be great to have your technique.
Yeah, if you have an actual 90% to 100% chance of fixing this without, of course, having a negative impact on the rest of the people playing the game, please let us know. It is your solemn duty. Yeah. Do you add more masks for Michael Myers? We will probably not add anything new for Michael Myers or for Laurie Strode, as we mentioned before. Mostly because it's a licensed thing, and therefore it would mean we'd have to go back to the licensor and go through a strenuous process of doing that. And yeah, we'd rather put our energy on our own things.
Which is a shame. We all want the clown mask for Myers.
Yeah, or even just the sheet.
Yeah, the ghost sheet. Yeah, that would be great.
Yes, it is chocolate mousse with pieces of chocolate cookies in there. And it is delicious. Okay. Stats.
Oh, yeah. I brought stats.
Yay! I love stats.
Or-
To answer also someone who was talking in the chat earlier saying, I think sarcastically, that our stats are flawless and that's how we balance the game. Our stats are not flawless,
Oh, no.
but they are great indicators of
They're
trends.
pretty great, yes. They're great to see the big picture, which all the social places online doesn't give us, because it's not everybody that participate in these places.
Also, like any stats, any person, pardon me, who worked with probabilities and statistics, you can make them say anything you want.
Yeah.
It's a matter of interpreting them properly and deriving some information out of them, and that's where usually human error seeps in.
Yeah. So anyway, we brought some picture. I just took some screenshots earlier, 5 minutes before the stream. They're quite ugly. Be prepared. The colors are not fun, not easy on the eye, and they're not labeled. So they're all tooltips. So it's an online thing, right? So when there's a pie chart, you go over the little pie piece and it tells you exactly what it is. But I don't have that because it's a screenshot. So I'll tell you what it is. But I don't have the exact numbers.
Okay.
So shall we? Bjorn, please. Oh, what is that? Why is it all skewed like that? Well, that's my fault.
Okay.
Sorry. I have to learn. So anyway,
That is
these
not very
are,
sexy as
no,
far as stats go.
absolutely
But not our worst.
No.
We've done worse.
But at least, it shows you the proportion of
Yeah.
the preferred, this is super ugly, preferred killers. So, just so you know,
So Chuckles is the code name for the Trapper,
Trapper, yeah.
Witch is the code name for the Hag,
yes,
Shape is Michael Myers,
Yes.
obviously, Bob is the Wraith,
a very lazy code name, thank you, engineer.
and Hillbilly is the Hillbilly. So
Yeah.
there.
So you see, Chuckle is still topping the chart. And then we have the Hag, obviously she's all new. But never as big as the Shape was.
Nope, true.
So that's a big change. So Hillbilly is still at the very bottom. Well, the Wraith was at the bottom for quite a bit. So
True.
it's cool to see him back.
Where's the nurse?
Oh,
Are you,
good point.
did you forget to add that in your charts?
Yeah,
Seriously,
you're right.
Dave.
I forgot the nurse. The nurse is nowhere.
This,
oh no.
This is bad.
Yeah, I'll have to do it.
But she's under the Hillbilly.
Yeah, I think she's on the other slide though.
Please.
Ah, she is there. Okay,
Oh,
so
good.
yay. So this is per rank. So on the left, because it's probably very blurry for you, on the left it's rank 20, and on the right it's rank 1. And this is the proportion of what player use as a killer. So it's the same pie chart, but per
So
rank.
there's a lot more Hag user when you get to the higher ranks.
Yeah, and it makes sense, I think.
Yeah.
Higher ranks have played more, they want to try the new things, and I think it's normal.
Yeah.
So
That's
there you go.
very interesting.
And as rank 20, there's more Trapper. He's the cover, everybody wants to try him. That's the first thing, it's quite easy to use.
Why is Mathieu not getting buzzed for rudeness anytime he talks with his mouth full? You are correct. I shouldn't do that. That's rude. But it's so good.
So we have a new rule. What else can we see there? I don't know. That's pretty much it. Next slide. So this one is interesting. It's also unlabeled, but I'll explain it to you. So you can see the name of the killers at the bottom. They're all there, right?
Mhm.
Yes, they're all there. So the bottom blue represents in a game, the amount of games where all 4 survivors escape. And the top purple section represents the amount of 4 kill. in a game. And they're all in proportion, right? So if the nurse is played less, well, this is put in ratio. So right now,
so 100% of the game with a nurse in it,
yes,
there's about 27%.
So since the release, Chuckles or the Trapper has always been our top killer.
Yeah.
And now what we can see is that the Hag is in similar number. It's really close, especially for the 4-0, 4 kill. So is she weak? Is she strong? I'd say that she's pretty much on par with the others. Now, what this doesn't show us, because this is a general stats, it's for all ranks, it's all over the place, so it's not as precise as it should be. It changes a bit when we get to I tier, for example, but not that much. And then the other thing that it doesn't tell us is specific builds. So now what we usually do as a team is that we go in the Hag and we check every perk, every add-on, and we have bars like this for all of these stats, and it shows us if there's something in balance, out of balance in these areas. Next. Survivors now. So this is survivor use. I know there's the killer in the table on the right, but they're not in the actual data table. So rank 20 on the left, rank 1 on the right. These are the survivor used by everyone. So all
Meg and Claudette will always be top favorites. Dwight is it comes back strong when you get to the higher ranks.
And then Ace is in the purple. So Ace is used by higher tiered player. Again, I'm guessing trying new things, trying the new character, new kids on the block.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it.
Very nice.
And this is the way you exit the map as a survivor. So the bottom is sacrificed.
Is a little more obvious. I'd say.
So the bottom is sacrificed. The orange, just the one above, is escaped, and then the top is bled out. So very, very, very low slug meta, and then the blue is murder. So by Mori.
So people like to hit Jake over the head and put him on a hook. Understandably so. Sabo Jake. Yeah. What are you going to fix the account reset bug? Yeah, okay, so let's talk about the account reset bug. It was supposed to be part 4, but we'll do it in part 3 instead. So let's talk a little bit about it. This is something that's on the way. Right now, it's the top priority for everybody on the team. As I wrote in my message on Steam a few days ago, we found an issue which we think is the only issue, but we haven't found others, so it's always a bit of uncertainty in there. We found an issue, we fixed it, and right now we are testing to make sure that we're not breaking anything, because this is obviously a very sensitive thing to fiddle with. It's code that we're not gonna push to the live until we know for sure it is safe. We're going to give QA a little more time to make sure that it's all good. We're not being careless with this because it's extremely important. And as for helping people who have already been affected by this, we are working on a tool right now, which we will work closely with our customer support service people, so that we will be able to restore progression to people who have lost it. So again, if it happened to you, send an email to deadbydaylight@bhvr.com. Include your Steam ID. If you're not sure of your Steam ID, there's websites like Steam ID Lookup and things like that. Include your actual Steam ID, not just your Steam name, because that is very confusing and anybody can change their Steam name to anything. And include a description as much as you can of sort of where you were, what sort of legacy things you had, what characters you had, that kind of thing. So we will do everything we can to restore progression as it was. Yeah,
there you go.
That's it. So, answer a question, Dave, while I call on our first special guest star for today.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, what's the question?
I don't know. I was
Oh.
saying answer a question. Make agitation and iron grasp the amount of hooks still left in the game. Huh.
Yeah, it's something considered, but it really depends if we go to the infinite hook solution. Other things that we're working on, the second pass to breaking the generator and second pass to auto hook repair. So these ones we quite liked what we see in the game, how it went into the PTB. So it went to another pass to bring it to something final, and then it's going to go through another PTB, probably with the new attack, new launch, and then once we test it, we have a friend.
Hey,
With a
please
awesome
welcome.
shirt.
Have a seat.
Hi everybody.
So, oh, that's amazing. You have magical arms.
Yeah, green. Okay, that's perfect.
That's so cool.
Wow. Wow.
Everyone, I'd like to introduce our good friend Carl. Carl is a programmer on the team. You want to say a few things about what you do every day here?
Yeah, programmer on different systems on Dead by Daylight. I've been here since the beginning of the project, so worked on a lot of things, procedural system, all the progression, the flow of the game. So yeah.
All right. Well, one of the things we wanted to get you here for is to talk about the procedural generation system a little bit. Maybe not get too technical, because I won't be able to follow, and that would make
So you guys, if you have questions specifically for this, please.
This is your
ask
time
away.
to ask Carl.
What?
Yeah. Will Carl be my best friend?
No.
Probably not.
He's still like. Ah.
Come on!
Okay.
It's true! Alright.
We did say polite. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So procedural system. So that was one of the first thing we've built on Dead by Daylight, because that's just one of the most important thing on it. Soon in the project, we figured out that in order for it to be fun, we needed to have a very unpredictable maps for people to play in. Since we rely on hide and seek a lot, the game keeps being fun if the setting is different each time you get into a map. So we went for a tile system at the beginning, and still. So the procedural system, what it does, it has a bunch of tiles that it can select from, and depending on the setup we want, we can draw up the tiles for buildings, forest areas, and barriers, maze tile. So the system picks different tiles, place them randomly in the map, following the scheme that we want.
So that's the layout that Matt Walker creates, or someone else if it's someone else, but mostly it's the layouts that are set up by the designer.
Yeah, because soon in it we figured out also that if it's completely random, it gets confusing for the player and for the survivors. It's hard to play when you don't know anything about the map. So we went for a procedural system that was limited by a layout. So there's landmarks always at the same place in the map. There's building that once you get in the map, you see the building, you say, oh, all right, that's where I am. It won't be the same every time, but at least you know, all right, that's the map with the asylum or something. So the survivors have a chance to have strategies and to survive. So yeah.
Some people are asking if you're the Wraith because of the magical cloaked arms.
Absolutely. Today he is.
Yeah. Another interesting piece of information is that Carl was one of the actual first 4 on this project with me and a few others that you may or may not have met. And so we were part of creating the first prototypes. Very, very rough,
Yeah.
but that was a lot of fun. It was already fun.
It was, yeah, it was one of the reason it was a big success, because the first thing we had is with gray boxes and everything, it was already fun. It was people chasing around. I remember the first meeting I had for this project, I was talking to the designers, and they were so much having fun on playing the game that it was almost hard to get the info of the game. But first thing you
That's
could
a
see
good
in the
sign,
project.
though.
Yeah.
You're like, no, seriously, give me the controller. I want to try the game. You're trying to convince me to join. Like,
Yeah.
nah, yeah, but I'll just finish this.
Yeah, just oh my god. Yeah.
Good. Do we have actual questions for Carl, or is it just like, why did I get married already? Why are his
have
arms
none.
invisible?
I have none,
Why?
but I do have a question for you.
Oh,
Yes.
please go.
So in the development of all of this, what's like the bug? Let's talk about a bug. Something crazy that happened, or that people didn't necessarily see because we wouldn't have shipped with it, but something like crazy that the procedural system would do that you can remember.
Good question. Something crazy about the
Think about it.
procedural generation. Well, the toughest thing on the procedural system is placing the key things around in the map so it makes sense. So the campers are not spawning just
Yeah.
Survivors.
survivors.
Camp, that's a shot. So yeah, survivors spawning right next to the killer.
Right next to the killer, right next to a generator. Right now we have the totems, same thing. So it's really a bunch of rules that that we need to put in place for them to be spread out around the level, and it caused a lot of bugs and a lot of just maps that you don't have enough space to place everything, because we want to place so many interesting things in the map, and they all need to be at the right position. So yeah, that was.
It says,
one of the big things.
did you ever consider a tile system inside a tile system? I don't know if it's a
Well-
very clever or a very dumb question.
What we have right now is
Come on.
almost that. It's we have a tile system.
You're not
Thank
supposed
you.
to be judging.
Yeah, no, okay, sorry.
We have a tile system, and inside each tile we have randomizers that allow us to place different gameplay setups. So even if you're inside the asylum, which is one tile, inside that we have a different randomizer that will place different gameplay setups in it. So every time you enter that specific tile, it won't be
Like
it won't
generators,
always be the same.
closets, chests, things like that.
Yeah, closets, bookshelves. things
They're
you
not
can-
bookshelves
they're not
anymore, by the way.
bookshelves, yeah.
They're pallets.
Yeah, it was at the time that there were green boxes.
Yeah, that's so very funny.
Yeah, or trees spawning into houses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's all things
we
that
had a
we
lot of
see,
that
so.
happen.
Ah,
So
yeah.
someone was asking about also the procedural generation of pallets that we've added a little later on. Do you remember that?
Procedural generation.
So right now the pallet, the pallets are randomly placed.
Yeah. So
Not in
as-
every map, but in the newer maps, they're
they-
all randomly placed.
It's everywhere. So they were static, and now they have a range. You know,
Yeah. That's something we added. Yeah,
There's
almost
so
forgot
many
about
things.
it.
Same
that
with the
Carl
windows
does.
also. Some of the windows are boarded up and some others aren't. And
Aren't.
sometimes it's not the same ones.
Yeah, that was something that was possible early in the project, but
Never used.
never used. Yeah. What we changed is for the bookshelves, the pallets. We have a system that we have implemented that limits the population over the whole map of those objects, and that's new. So now we can place more of them, and they won't all be selected. Just
Yeah, that makes
respecting a
sense.
certain population.
Someone is asking what was the most difficult thing you did on the project.
Most difficult thing, certainly the flow. Since we've changed engine in the project, and we had to learn how everything works. Certainly, we have different game modes. Some have been more hard than others to implement.
Like
Something
survive with friends.
Survive
For
with
example,
friends.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, we had to explore different avenues to improve it. It was working quite early, but we had to improve it a lot. So that was one big thing.
Someone was asking, what's your Twitter handle, because they want to follow you. And all I can think of is you need to be fast to follow you because you run a lot.
Yeah, and I don't have a Twitter account,
That
actually.
does
so
not
that's-
surprise me.
that's,
Good for you.
that's a problem.
There you go. So you cannot follow Carl. If you find him in the street, you can try, but he will outrun you. Is that a mustache Christmas tree sweater?
That's absolutely a Christmas and mustache Christmas tree.
And they're invisible.
that's amazing.
Magic mustaches.
Seriously, we could not have scripted that better. It's perfect. Okay. What is it going to do? I like that. What was the hardest thing to programize?
Oh, well, we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about this.
We have about 3
Indoor
minutes,
maps?
3 minutes left.
3
About.
minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, about.
Okay. Indoor maps. Is that something that we can do?
Oh, that's absolutely something we can do. And yeah, that's something that would be really great.
Why are we not doing it then?
We're playing in one once in a while, but doesn't mean that we're going to release it.
That's so mean. And that's not a point. Why is that it's just me getting points. It's fucking
It just-
not fair. Bjorn hates you. Oh, come on.
It's going to be for you, right? I hope so. Yes. Yeah, you're good at this.
Yeah, I think the thing is that by the light it's so open, it's everything's possible, so it's selecting the good ideas, and we have so many things, so many ways we can go. Yeah, inside buildings could be something good eventually.
Will we get to meet the model used for Ace? Does he have a gambling problem? Yes, and I don't know.
Let's ask.
Yeah, let's ask.
So is it their turn?
I guess so.
Okay.
Will there be more clothes for Ace? Yeah, well, I think people are just asking about Ace right now.
Oh, okay.
So thank you very much for your time. I know you
No
have
problem.
much more to do at your desk right now.
Yes.
So thanks for visiting, and seriously, this is amazing. All right then.
Thank
You
you.
can tag the next person. We are gonna have more guests. This is. So that was Carl. Carl, an amazing member of our team.
With an amazing shirt.
An amazing shirt. What about a child survivor? Well, there's two things about that. First of all, just technology-wise, it would be difficult to have a very small-scale survivor and make sure that it works in all the situations. Like, how does he reach up to the hook and things like that. But also, we just don't want to hit children over the head with violent weapon.
I love that this is not your first reason.
There. Ping check, will it come?
What?
Ping check, will it come?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is actually a great question, which we'll answer a little bit later because
Hey,
we got some people.
we have aces.
Hey.
Please have a seat, and you have to share because there's
All
only
right.
one seat.
That's fine. We
Please
don't mind
join
sharing. I'll
us.
stand. No, come on, have a seat.
No, yeah,
Oh,
you have to
Do the
Spot a
pose.
spot.
Yeah,
okay,
there you
butt
go.
cheek.
So,
Don't get frisky now.
see, we are a very close knit team. We like each other most of the time.
Yeah, most days.
And I would like to introduce to you the two halves of Ace that we have here.
Hello.
Yeah, so we have Sebastian Senor Varas that I keep referring to as he's one of our animators, and he is the voice of Ace.
So you're enjoying my lovely screams.
There you go. And then we have Johnny, who's a technical art director, makes sure that things don't break too much and that we can actually render at a reasonable frame rate.
Try to.
And make sure to keep all the artists on their tippy toes.
Okay.
And he is the face of Ace and the fingers.
Do I gotta do
Do
that?
it.
No, you don't have to.
yeah.
There you go. That's all
Well
anybody
done.
wanted.
All
You'll have
It's
to
like
do it
on my
once more,
stream,
like,
and I have to bring out my cat. It's the same thing. Nobody's here for actually what we have to say. They just want the finger guns.
Yeah, that's what they
Oh,
all
really?
really want. They just want you for those finger guns.
So if you have actual questions that have to do with art or animation or something, you can actually
Now's the
talk about.
time.
Where are the finger guns? Well, they're not in the game. They aren't.
They're right
This was-
here.
Yet, I think we're getting a lot of requests. For
Well, that's it, and that's an interesting one because we never want the game to be silly. Not really. I mean, we have a few tongue-in-cheek moments. We have a few things that we do that are slightly amusing, I'd say.
Yeah.
And people have been very, very good at creating interesting scenes out of the game. We've seen the Cult of Dwight and these things like that. And already with the very simple gestures that we've put in, people have been able to do some silly things. So adding sillier gestures might lead to some very horrible things. So I
It's
don't
true.
know.
There's
It's
going to
actually-
be finger guns at some point.
Okay,
Dave said it.
confirmed.
It's not a promise.
Hashtag finger guns 2017.
When are you adding a finger gun animation?
Yeah.
How about an emote
Seb's
with
ready.
finger
He's
guns?
just waiting for it.
Yeah, I've been really just
Yeah.
sitting at my keyboard and mouse like, can I do it now? Now?
No.
How hard would it be to add animations to have a dog survivor?
Well, quadrupeds always introduce a difficult challenge, but how would a dog hook somebody? Or save them off a hook?
I don't know. You tell me.
Would it be like, grab them by the toe and pull them down?
At that point, I mean, if we have a dog, you could fly. It's like
Copter dog?
Scooby-Doo with a cape.
That-
That happens in cartoons.
Yeah, true.
We could do that.
Yeah. I like the idea of a copter dog, though.
Oh yeah, that's fine too.
I'm trying to get questions here.
Yeah, I only get. Will we get Carl Sweater as a DLC?
I hope
That
so.
would be amazing with actual alpha in it, so it's transparent.
That would
We
be the
got
best.
issues with transparencies already.
Why is Ace Argentinian?
Because they wouldn't make him Chilean.
I fought for full-on Italian, but
yeah, I know.
didn't win
and
that.
I said no, guys, because I like being mean to everybody.
Including me.
Yeah, so like no,
That's
not
a true
same
story.
place, and no, not Italian. No, but he's part Italian, so at least you're half happy. Hopefully.
You play hard to get, Dave.
Was it hard to make the textures for all the survivors?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. It was. That's a good one for our character artists.
Yeah, we
Was
might
it
meet them at
difficult?
some point.
So-
People are asking to meet the sound designer, which we will get at some point
Yeah.
too.
Mhm.
So what about like for example Ace face? How do we do that?
Well, you got to understand that those characters are probably the most heaviest in terms of textures in our game, and they have the most different maps to make them have that look. So when we first came out, our game did not have normal maps on everything or specular, and it was our characters that we had to have them shine and stand out on our screen. So they came with what's called PBR, physically based rendering techniques. So we have roughness on them, we have our metallic, we have normal maps, diffuse. So they went through a very interesting pipeline when we first brought them out, using tools that no other artists in the team were using, like Substance Painter, which eventually did make its way into our texture work for our environments later on. But they were the first ones to really go through that rigorous pipeline.
True.
What kind of studies did you do to become an animator?
What kind of studies? Oof, a lot. A lot of studies.
Like what?
Well, you know, if anyone who wants to become a professional animator, I always tell them the first thing you gotta start with is just pencil and paper and draw.
Like classic animation. It's true.
Yeah.
And everybody has that. Every animator I know has that book of like the I don't remember the Survival's
yeah.
Guide to Animation.
Yeah, if there's any animators out there that want to like get into the business, 2 books you have to get is the Animator Survival Kit by Richard Williams,
Yeah.
and then the Illusion of Life. Those 2 books will pave the way for a very
Yeah.
strong foundation.
It's true.
I love this book.
Yeah,
They're
Amazing.
fantastic.
and they
yeah.
all
Amazing.
and they're written by like classic
Disney
2D
animators,
animators
yeah.
from Disney time, and the principles of animation are the same whether you use a pen and paper or whether you use a 3D character in a super high res engine.
Yes.
The you know, the way you create movement frame by frame, and the way you have the delays and things that all of these things, they are principles. Whether you're
Yeah.
animating a ball or whether you're animating a character running, it's the same thing.
Yeah, the 12 principles of animations are universal no matter what you do, whether it be traditional 2D, 3D, stop go, any medium at all. If you want to create the illusion of life, you have to follow the 12 principles.
Those guys are awesome. I assume they are talking about you.
Ah, thank you guys.
So there. How much did you enjoy making Meg's booty?
Oh man.
Plead the fifth.
That's the only part mocap, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that was so. The original pass for this, which it's funny, the first pass of animations we did on this game, we did a lot of mocap, and honestly, actually, the results were varied. Some were really good, but others they just didn't quite capture the feel we were trying to get. So we ended up going like I think after like Trapper, like really early in development, we're like, all right, we're just done with mocap and we're doing all hand keyed now.
Yeah.
And I think the results speak for themselves. I mean, I feel like you can like clearly tell like the quality keeps going up and up and up. Even now, it keeps going up.
Are you using the same rig for all killers and survivors?
Yes. Why, am I allowed to say that kind of stuff?
Sure.
We're gonna
Okay.
reveal.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. Yes. Currently, all survivors are using the same rig. Killers, it's kind of 50-50 right now. Like most of the males share the same rig, and the females share like their own set of rigs. The one really unique one is the hag, and that's because of her crazy giant hand, which was a huge technical challenge to figure out, but was a lot of fun to animate and get working.
Good
Dave,
job.
Thanks.
can you stare into the cam a bit more? You are very attractive.
I'm sorry, who's staring the cam?
No, Dave.
Oh,
That's not
Dave,
for
oh,
you.
okay.
It's not
Oh,
you. Not this time.
Dang it. Someday.
You can do it though. There you go.
How fun was the Hag Mori animation to make?
Oh,
Yes,
that was so much fun to make.
A little bit painful, right?
Yes, it was. Well, you know, with every Mori I've been doing with the nurse, with Myers, and the hag, you know, every time I sit down, I'm like, okay, how can we get like just bigger and better than the last? I wanted to be even more amazing.
You went all out.
Oh man, it was it was some late nights, but so worth it. It's like, it was just so much fun to do.
I
Yeah,
remember when
and
you
the
showed me
reaction
that.
of people when they saw it first was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Someone was asking, how did you pick the filters for lighting for the different maps?
Actually, it was something that we worked out way back in the beginning of the project with our art director, Mark Sala. So, and since then, when we started introducing more and more themes, we had to choose colors that more or less represented what we wanted you to feel in that atmosphere. How did we choose them? Good question.
What was spookiest?
What works that allows you to still be hidden and still be attractive when you want to take maybe a snapshot of it and see, I am actually in this theme, I'm in this world at this moment, so that you can take a nice render and know exactly which map you're in. We wanted to choose colors that you know
That work.
accentuated those.
One interesting bit is that at first we thought that lighting would be the same everywhere, and it would be different for the killer. And we had a red lighting
For the killer.
for the killer.
And a different
Yeah.
lighting for the survivor.
Yes, and it was
It was
not fun.
It looked great, but it was not fun to
No.
play.
No.
So just imagine every time you play the killer, no matter the map, no matter what you're doing, you
Everything
always
is
see
red.
And it was like red. So
Yeah.
And it's the
I
only
think it's
time
good we
Pizza
got rid of
Dwight
that.
was camouflaged.
it wasn't working. So, yeah, I'm
Okay,
glad we didn't do
we're
it.
running out of time now, and we have a shit ton of really cool art from the web to show, and we also wanted to show art from the Hag.
Yeah.
So let's get to that.
Okay.
You're welcome to stay if you want and
Yeah,
comment
sure.
on
We like
things.
to hang out and
All right,
work
cool.
a
We'll be the
bit.
peanut gallery. And
So
have comments.
it's fine. I think we're gonna bust our 3 o'clock limit because
mean,
it's the holidays.
Yeah,
yeah, whatever. We're gonna
Yeah. Do I have something else? No, it's all good. Okay, so let's start with the hag artwork. So we wanted to show you a little bit how the process of figuring out what the hell the hag was gonna looked like.
So I asked Mathieu, our concept artist, to come and explain these, but they didn't want to, so I'm gonna fill in for him. Remember this this part, anyways. So the first step is a lot of different. I'm gonna call them doodles, even though they're great doodles. So just for the shape and the silhouette. Sketches of what we wanted to do. So he knew what was the character, what was going to be like her power and where she comes from, and we knew we wanted a weird bent shape. So that's something we asked too. So he tried all of these different things.
Why didn't we go for the thick one?
Why we didn't go for the thick one?
Yeah.
You know why? We'd have to do a new, system for that.
Yeah.
Like, we weren't ready for this. This is actually the first one he did. So we selected this shape, this silhouette. This is the first step he did. I really liked this one at first. His idea was that she would be completely broken. So like the arms would not only be bent, but they would be broken in angles that would be impossible. So that's the only thing we wanted to change. Also at that time, Ash didn't want her to be completely naked. Fair. So we continued to try other things.
So conservative.
Yeah.
So we tried different stuff, more like witches. And these ones, they were
interesting, but meh.
Like too close to a witch.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too cliche even.
Yeah. Then more position, more breaking position.
We were kind of happy with that.
More airs. And this is really the one that we selected. It's the first time we saw her and we were like, this is the character.
The
one
first
on
one was really, really cool, the one on the left. But it would have. That's when Johnny went, this is going to break everything.
So as soon as the technical director says it's going to break everything, we select that one. So the one on the left was really the one that we wanted to do as a hag. The face was perfect. The hair we loved. She was not naked, but almost. And that robe that was flying everywhere was supposed to be something, but we didn't have the tech to do it properly, so we had to drop it. But just imagine, just dream.
I'm still dreaming.
Yeah, it would have been great. Maybe customization later.
Yeah. Alternate outfit in 2020.
Then he tried different outfit just in case.
And we're like, nah, this is not working.
To Egyptian, to medieval, like it's not really our time because we knew she was a girl from the 70s. Yeah, more clothing, almost naked.
Yeah.
And then that's the one we've selected, just like I said. And then we just had to cut the rags floating everywhere, and it's the hag you know.
Except for the hair.
Except for the hair, because the hair is another problem. If you want to talk about it real quick.
Well, I can jump in. Yeah. Well, the hair, the original design and even the model of the hair was that concept. But the problem is when we started bringing in the animation and started moving her around. Super long hair that's really stiff, it's not quite that spooky.
Yeah, it doesn't look so good.
No. So we had to switch to the hair that you guys all know that's all pulled up. And the bun, which I think turned out really well.
A lot better.
Yeah.
It makes her look like she had a past where she was a little bit more elegant.
She was a person.
She was a person.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's really cool. So maybe long hair later, we never know.
Yeah.
It could be cool.
So, that was it for the hag. We went a little fast on this, but I think it's interesting. If that's the kind of thing that you people out there enjoy, we might do that again for next time. So let's go to the amazing work from around the web that we found. Okay, so this is delightful. This was posted by AC Arbor. It's wonderful. Some people have much love for the hag. It's amazing. I think it works very well. Next one is from Acid Burn. It's very pop.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
I like it.
It'd make a great shirt or even a flag. Next we have Akamai. So people keep making those very cute versions of our killers. I dig that. I like that. Then we have Anastasia Okisheva. Sorry if I'm mangling your name. It's Meg Thomas alternate hairdos. We could actually go for some of that.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
I
And
would
they
like
are
Meg's still my
absolutely
favorite.
in style with the
Her
character.
hairdos, yeah.
Oh, Meg is your favorite?
Yeah, I think her hair came out quite nice.
Who's your favorite? Survivor.
Survivor? Probably Ace now.
All right, fair enough.
That's my voice.
Next one we have Aninut Likes Things. This is cosplay, by the way. This is a picture.
No
nice.
way.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We have a few cool nurse cosplays this week, and they blew my mind. So
Yeah,
someone,
that's cool.
I think
Nailed
it's
it.
cosplay this one. I'm not sure.
Oh, what? You're not.
Oh,
sure.
no.
Hey,
Please.
some people lie online. Have you heard about that?
No, I don't
Embellish
The
believe it.
internet is
Embellish
not
away.
filled
No.
with truths.
Oh my god.
All right, so we have here Anashal. I'll say Anashal. Yeah, that's an interesting take on the rate. There we go. I kind of like the little leaves as a collar. Another from the same person, probably posted by the same person, because obviously this is not the same artist. Or maybe it is, I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same. It's signed the same artist.
Oh, well, there you go. And the camera was in the way. This is really cool. See, again, that's a comic book I'd read. Next one, also by Anashal. This is delightful. It's almost Groot-ish.
Oh, yeah. I like it.
And a very classic nurse in the background. This is adorable. This is
What's he eating?
Atercidus. It's ice cream.
Okay.
It is ice cream there. And it's got a really big bell.
It's a big bell.
Really big bell. Adorable from Atercidus. Thank you very much. Then we have some epic cosplay
Oh, that's
here
good.
by
Yeah, so
Blackwaza. Seriously, this is absolutely amazing.
It is amazing.
This top quality stuff. Thank you so much. Then we have Conquista, who did this. I believe it's Minoru here wearing his Twitch shirt and getting violently murdered, which is fun.
Fun time.
Then we have Dark Guy, who made this rate.
Love
Very
it.
cool.
Yeah.
It's important for me to show every single style of work that we get. There's so much. Next one is from Dwit, or was signed by Dwit. It's that damn body blocking rate. And that's a Dwight we don't have. With the mustache like this.
It's like
Mustache
Super
boy,
Mario.
don't we?
Yeah, but it's
they
not
do,
like
but
this.
it doesn't look like this. That looks like it
Tom
could be a
Selleck
dad
mustache?
now. Yeah.
Dad Dwight.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It's
It's
really
really
good.
good. I like it a lot.
I might have to use that pose for an animation later.
Okay. Next is from Ecstatic as Usual. This is a great Tumblr. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
And that's to answer the questions of earlier about nipples, because nipples tend to generate questions and comments. So there, cover your chest. Fuck you, Mr. Nipslip.
Love it.
Yeah. Then we have Ecstatic as Usual, who made this beautiful nurse wearing the deer headgear. Deer headgear?
What?
Huh?
The deer thing?
The
The
deer.
mask that's in the
The
black
mask.
sack.
Yes, that's the one. This is my current desktop
It's a good
wallpaper.
one.
Next we have XLK.
Buddies.
Hey!
The best of buds.
Yeah.
Sup, Chuckles?
Hey! Piggyback ride. So there. That's delightful. And seriously, some people have talent.
That's pretty good.
I
New
hate
carry
it.
system.
XLK
I like this.
also
Yeah.
made this. This is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
What do we do
It's
with
super
this? I don't know. It's just
admire it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I was
That is
stunned.
cool.
I didn't know what to do. Next one is from Insanity.
Hmm.
Oh, that's the only possible reaction.
That'd be a cute sticker.
Yeah. For the fridge, maybe. I'll
Yeah.
put that on the fridge. Cosplay by Genetic Parry. I believe was at the Thailand big game show that
Well
we were
done.
part
It's a
of.
lot of work to make that weapon.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, looks
Well
good.
done.
Well done. Well done. Then we have Kavichka. I apologize for mangling your name. Kavichka 48. That's also an interesting style for a game which I had not seen before. I'm very happy. Next one is from Kitty.
Oh,
Love it.
So cool.
That's cool.
Love it.
So cool.
It's amazing. It's amazing work.
Trapper confirmed in Castle Crasher.
There you go. Leo Tan HD made this interesting take on. I think it may have been etched in some animal skin. This one.
Could be.
All right.
So that is the Trapper 10, the one he is in space.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is pretty good.
Leodor
This is
made
pretty
this. I really want
Yeah.
to see the end of that comic book. This is really, really cool. It's a good take on it.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. Hopefully, this is the middle of some work being done right now that we will see one day. Next one is Makashka.
Oh, yeah.
Disney.
Beautiful.
style.
We
That's
are
awesome.
waiting for a call from Disney, by the way, for a crossover.
Yeah.
Then Mizana, who has done the cosplay in the past, and this is, I mean, this is commitment.
Yeah.
Well
Oh,
done.
yeah.
Really cool. Monani cosplay.
Oh,
That's nice.
This is epic.
Yeah,
I like
super
the
scary.
shot.
Epic. Well
I like
photographed too, so shout out to
Yeah.
your photographer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how they even captured the leaning forward and
Yeah.
almost like being hung by the neck, which was the whole basis of the locomotion.
Yeah,
from
the
nurse.
floating nurse, it looks like she's being dragged by her neck.
By her
Oh,
neck,
yeah.
right, which is what we try to copy in the whole animation. So it's really nice, the photography and the shot of this one.
Yep. Mordorinka created this here piece. Nia is extremely athletic because she can run
Cycle.
bent like that, like a sports motor, like one of those motorcycle things. Then we have Nakua the Mage, who made this.
With the
But the-
special outfit.
That's the special sexy team outfit. Then we have Nuage, one of my favorite
Oh,
pieces
look at
that I've seen
Wow.
That's
in
pretty
a while.
good.
I think that's your mug.
I really, really like that Dave is throwing the horns.
You should be eating a cake or something, though.
Well, no, but I love the fact that there's a mug in the middle of my face, and yet it is unmistakably me.
Still you.
Yeah.
Still you.
Oh, really good.
Yeah, really nice work. Merci Nuage, parce que Nuage parle français.
Ah, ben merci.
Bon. Okamai, another exceedingly cute version of our character.
Oh, she's happy to kill.
Yay! A little murder. Then we have Puffin Puppet. Great name, by the way. So the nurse was very, very present.
It's a nurse
in,
special.
it's a nurse special, almost. Puffin Puppet. Next one is from Renial.
Oh,
You cannot let
King
go
Dwight?
of the cult of Dwight. It's gonna happen.
Duke Dwight.
Sandy Misaki did another cosplay of the
Oh.
nurse.
I like the glow.
Yeah, the glow is a very nice touch also. We have another nurse here from Tinilu.
why'd you put a bag on my head,
What have
Devs?
other senses?
I'm not. I don't know about the crown though. I don't
know.
It's okay. It's absolutely okay. And then we have V Wolf. It's so nice.
Brave to dream, my friend. Brave
There
to
you go.
dream.
Like, I'm king of the world. I will never let go, Dwight.
So good.
All right. So that was from around the webs. I love it. Very. Praise the nurse. Oh, are we gonna get a cult of the nurse? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure she'd go for something like this. But yeah, we need Funky Pop toys. Yes, I agree. I would absolutely get some of those.
Yeah.
Vinyl toys of our characters. So that was the web stuff. Q&A from the stream. We did that. I think we did that.
Yeah, I had a very important question to answer just
Please.
before these guys came in, and I forgot what it is.
Oh, that's
Sorry, guys. Our fault.
I forgot what it is.
Will there ever be any more free content, DLC content? Very likely. Not sure if it's going to be full chapters or pieces here and there, but very, very likely. I know that someone right now is working on some very exciting content that will be
Yes.
free, and you will lose your shit.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, that's swearing.
Oh, seriously?
But you will lose it.
Plus, you cheat because you piggyback on me swearing. It's horrible. When will you remove nurse?
Remove?
I don't know why we'd ever
Never.
do that.
What?
Not gonna happen.
Nurse is the best.
Can we get more cosmetics? Yes, you can. What about a new suitcase? That could very well be coming your way soon.
What about animations?
Oh, no animation!
Customizable animation.
Yeah, we talked about that today, didn't we? No, we did not. That was me dreaming. Had a little nap earlier.
Yeah.
We had a very interesting meeting in there.
Micronap.
Yep.
Will the nurse add-ons gonna be looked at? Yes, they will. Like I've mentioned last week, they all have a negative aspect, and because we were super scared about the nurse, now we're not as scared of the nurse anymore. So we will do a balance pass to these add-ons and tweak them a bit.
Beardy guy, so cute. That's probably not me. If
Aw,
you look at this,
thank you.
they all have beards, but I don't.
Aw.
So,
So that's what he does this whole time.
Yeah, that's what he does, looking at his laptop.
yeah, but that's
I'm
what I'm trying to
solitary.
read.
There's questions.
Questions. Then again,
They say
we're
questions.
way over our usual limit.
Ah,
just
that was the
solitaire.
thing, the ping checker. Thank you.
The ping checker.
Yeah, there you go. So we are not doing the ping checker. We're doing something way more interesting for the same issue. And then the ping checker will come in as a bonus. So what we're doing is that we have a... yeah, thank you, Suggestive. I got it. Thank you. So the matchmaking is going to go through another system that's way more robust than what we're using right now. And we'll be able to know where people are playing, and they won't be able to change their region like they can do on Steam. So this is going to be a first thing that's really important. We're actually already doing it and checking data in the background. Actually, we're not applying the rules, but we're checking what the rules would do once this goes live. So there you go.
All right.
I hope this answers part of your question.
Is there a face under the bag of the nurse?
As modeling,
Just didn't spend too much time on it.
There is a face. She has, like, lore-wise, she has a face.
yeah,
A
she
beautiful
has a face.
face.
She has a face.
But-
In the game, if someone, well, I mean, that's going to take about 12 minutes, wait for it on Reddit, there is a face under that hood because we modeled it. It's not just a solid hood. And we took a face that was already existing.
It's Matt's face.
It is not.
Spoil it. That's why we covered it.
That's why we covered it.
Holy crap. Oh,
Only way to stop him from talking.
What?
I said crap. I
Oh.
said it again.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh.
No.
Again.
I mean,
where are all these shots going to take place tomorrow?
That's not shots. It's just
it's just
it's just
points.
for fun.
No.
Maybe shots.
Okay, so a quick note of seriousness on save games, because people keep asking. We talked about it earlier. I'll reiterate. If it happens to you right now, send an email to deadbydaylight@bhvr.com. Add your Steam ID, not just your Steam name, but your Steam ID, so that you can be identified, and then try to describe in a succinct manner your progression, where you were at when you lost it. And yes, we will check if we can. We have ways of looking at what you may have achieved through the game, so that if you just bought the game and you're like, oh, free progression, and then you send us saying you had everything, you will not receive everything. And so we will, when we finish the tools, we will be able to restore progression to a certain extent to everybody that actually contacted us in the order we received the reports. So if you want us to help, you have to send an email to that.
You can continue to play, no worries. So, of course, it's a shame because you have nothing that you've progressed. But the way we will help you when we get there, you won't lose everything again. So you can still play right now, continue your progression even though you restarted. And then everything is going to be put together, no worries.
Could these guys come in more often? They're so refreshing. No.
We ask. You never want us
Oh,
here.
that's not true. I asked you didn't want to come last week.
Yeah, so as
Don't
you,
lie in here.
as you
This is a
probably,
place of truth.
As you've probably seen the last couple of weeks, we have always more people of the team coming in. It's really important so that you guys understand that it's not us doing everything. We actually don't do. We don't do anything.
You don't do anything?
Oh no, I don't. No,
Well,
I
we
mean,
made a list of the booze we need to get for Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
that's an important
what
thing.
We
Yes,
did that this
very
morning.
important. No, we work, but we don't fix bugs. We don't do art. We don't do
No.
crazy things in game.
Yeah.
Someone is asking, was it difficult to animate the entity?
Yes, it was. Well, it was difficult just to even kind of like figure out what the entity was when we were first starting, and then how it was going to move, and then building the rig for it. Because how do you build a rig for a giant, spindly, spidery like thing?
Yeah, I remember the whole hooking mechanic. That whole discussion when we were standing around the desk and saying, "Wow, how do we do
this?
Are we gonna do
Are you
this?
crazy?
You guys wanted to see it from far away, and yet it
Yeah.
had to be so
So
dramatic."
so when these guys say, "Are you crazy?" We know
we're on the right
We
track.
nailed it. We nailed it.
And then we get a little more gray hairs between the two of us.
Welcome to
But it
the
came
club.
out all
It
right.
looks distinguished.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And on engineering side, it's something that we're still struggling with, but we're getting much better. But at the beginning, pairing animation in a multiplayer game, between multiple things that need to touch, someone's in it.
What's happening here?
What's happening? So the entity, the hook, the survivor, a piece of paper.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Okay. All right then.
Shot down, McLean.
But
I
yeah,
don't know what
to,
happened.
to answer the question for the spider, it was complicated, fun, interesting references. Actually looked at a lot of jumping spider references because I love the way their front little legs like twitch like crazy just before they jump on something, which was the big inspiration for the entity.
And my cat does that too.
The front little.
I remember there was a video actually of a French singer that was.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
Stroma.
remember his name. What?
Stroma.
Stromae.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Great video. Great.
Le
reference.
vidéo s'appelle Cansé, and it's super creepy, and it was a bit of an inspiration for that. Someone is asking, can we see early drawings and things that led to the entity? We could absolutely
yeah,
show that next week.
We'll dig that up and show it to you next time.
All right. When double blood points for Christmas? So as we said earlier, there
Christmas?
will be a double blood point period for the holidays. It's going to be probably 24, 25, 26, 27, something like that. Stay tuned. Let's see the paper thing. No, you will not see the paper thing.
Okay, so I would say we're pretty much done. We've already
we've-
went 20 minutes too far.
Yeah. Will the entity be playable? Unlikely.
On a mobile app, companion app.
Yeah. Maybe. All right, so repeat news and announcements. I kind of did. So that was the news, mostly the safe thing. We want to make sure the free weekend is happening right now. Be nice, be polite and courteous to our new people coming in. There's going to be an influx of new players right now. Show them that this game is amazing so that they join us and decide to join the ranks of the happy players of Dead by Daylight. What else? Don't forget to follow. Thank you, Bjorn. The words of wisdom today. Do you guys bring words of wisdom with you?
Yes.
Oh, please.
Actually.
Enlighten us.
Yeah, words of wisdom. Whenever it feels like it becomes too much, stop, take a deep breath in, relax.
Well, that's
That
very
is good.
beautiful advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Johnny, do you have a thing?
I almost stole yours. I just quickly
Yeah, that was last week.
Busted, Johnny.
Fake it till you make it.
That is actually very good advice, and it's there was a beautiful study, a psychological study on happiness, and happiness specifically is smiling, even voluntarily, like just doing the act of smiling makes you happy. So fake it till you make it. I agree with you.
Good.
Don't try that
Once.
for
First time.
everything. It doesn't work for everything. I'm just saying some things don't. Like for instance, skydiving. Not a great idea.
Don't try that.
So there.
Okay.
Other than that, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Bjorn. I said that. And thank you for our mods. And yeah, that's it. Have fun. Go play.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.